So, hello and welcome back again. We are back with Mr. Generic Paladin. He still has not found his Blood Elf girlfriend, but what he has found is Thanksgiving, or at least World of Warcraft's version of Thanksgiving. And so we are here to celebrate Pilgrim's Bounty and see just how many levels can we actually get doing the Pilgrim's Bounty quests. Because these are questions that we need to know. Now, Mr. Generic made it up to level 18 doing the trick-or-treating and the quests for Halloween. So we're going to see, taking him from level 18 to wherever we can get him, here doing Pilgrim's Bounty. Now, I won't be doing the daily quests every single day. Obviously, you can actually get a lot of experience points doing that, though. The other question I would like to know is, I will pull it up here in a little bit, but he has absolutely no cooking experience. So can we take him from no cooking experience at all the way up and max out his cooking just doing Pilgrim's Bounty? These are the important questions that will be answered as we go through Pilgrim's Bounty in World of Warcraft. So to start off, all we need to do is find the human commoner, or
Hello.
orc, or whatever you happen to have, and learn all about Pilgrim's Bounty. Won't you celebrate Pilgrim's Bounty with us, Generic? It is a time for reflecting on your journeys and your good fortune, sharing plentiful food and stories with friends. You can partake of a wonderful Pilgrim's Bounty feast near major towns by sitting at a bountiful table and serving the foods that you find there. If you're interested in learning how to cook the traditional Pilgrim's Bounty foods, seek out Gregory Talbor. You will find him just outside of Stormwind's gates. All right, well, we totally can do that. Now, to that end, I'm going to set up my macro bars a little bit so that I have cooking on the bar. He's learned how to cook, but he has absolutely no cooking points yet. And then we're going to head outside of Stormwind and see if we can't find a table. I think I'm also going to put all of the Pilgrim's Bounty achievements that I'm going to tick off as we go along on the side there so that I can at least keep track of them. And so I'll see you in just a minute once I get all that set up. Alright, Mr. Generic now has all of his bars set up, which is good. Now, the achievements that we are going to go for today is Pilgrim's Progress, where we have to do all of the dailies that are associated with the Pilgrim's Bounty. We're going to try to get Pilgrim's Potch, which means we have to earn the spirit of sharing at every major city. We're going to try and cook every last recipe that we can, and we're going to get the sharing is caring. So that is our goals. And here we go. Hello, Gregor.
Hey there.
Pilgrim's Bounty.
Have a good one.
If you would like to learn to cook Pilgrim's Bounty foods, I can help. If you're not already a cook, all you have to do is train and you'll be cooking in no time. Awesome.
For the Alliance.
Spice bread stuffing. Our spice bread stuffing is the cornerstone of the Pilgrim's Bounty table. The recipe has always been a favorite in Stormwind, and now it has taken its place in the Bountiful Cookbook. If you're already a cook, pay a visit to the Pilgrim's Bounty vendor to get your copy of the cookbook and all the local ingredients that you will need to prepare holiday fare. And if you are not yet a cook, there's no better time to start. Once you've made the stuffing, bring it to Jasper Moore over near the tables. Alright, so we have to make 5 servings of spice bread stuffing.
Be
That
careful.
sounds absolutely delicious. And to do that, we're going to have to buy some.
Hey there.
Oh, wait, there are supplies in those barrels? That's exciting. But let's get a cookbook. And then we're going to get a bunch of pumpkins. because we're going to need a bunch of pumpkins. Alright, that's probably enough pumpkins. We're going to need a lot of honey. So much honey. All of the honey. I think 100 should work, at least for now. We're going to get some autumnal herbs, because those are always good to have. We'll get about 100 of those. And we're going to get a bunch of spices, because we have no cooking, so we had better actually be able to cook a bunch of spice bread, so we can make a bunch of spice bread stuffing. Alright.
Have a good one.
That should do it. Now let's just go over here and talk to the bountiful table hostess.
Hello.
Sharing a bountiful feast. Welcome! Have you come to join us for a Pilgrim's Bounty feast? Oh, I'm starving. Please have a seat at the bountiful table. Try everything. I'm sure that you will find something to your liking. Okay.
Safe travels.
You've not celebrated Pilgrim's Bounty properly until you have eaten your fill at a bountiful table. Please, sit down, feast, and try everything. You can move from chair to chair yourself or ask others at the table to pass you some of their food. Once you eat enough of every dish, you will be infused with the spirit of sharing. So 5 helpings of every food.
See you around.
Do you know how full I would be if I actually did this in real life? And of course, we are starting with pie, because pie is delicious. So, pie. Nom 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 nom. You go, generic. That was what? 3 servings? 4 servings? 5 servings? Was that 5 servings? I don't know. Are we full on pie yet? I mean, I think we're full on pie yet. That's delicious. Alright, let's pass the pie somewhere. Unfortunately, but fortunately at the same time, I actually play to record on a very dead realm, so there's no one to share it with, which is kind of sad. Let's eat some turkey. 1 serving, 2 servings, 3 servings, 4 servings, turkey, 5 servings, and then we'll pass it. Who we're passing it to? Nobody knows. Ooh, cranberry sauce. That sounds delicious. 1, mwahaha. 2 servings of cranberry sauce, mwahaha. 3 servings. I feel like the Count from Sesame Street. 4 and 5. That's delicious. We will pass that cranberry sauce and hop on over to the sweet potato chair. Oh, it looks like these do actually have marshmallows on them. What is everybody's idea of sweet potatoes with marshmallows on them? Honestly, I find them disgusting. But then again, I'm not really a sweet potato eater. I like the flavor that they have, but the texture just gets me every time. I'm not sure what it is. I'm the same way with pumpkin. Like, Thanksgiving, honestly, is not... It's a great holiday. I love the turkey. I absolutely adore mashed potatoes. I could eat mashed potatoes all day long. And gravy. And I even like green beans. Not big on green bean casserole, but I do love green beans and the rolls and all of that stuff. Oop, look at that. We got the spirit of sharing. And sharing is caring. I love all these. But yeah, as far as most of the Thanksgiving foods, I can take them or leave them, and mostly I just leave them.
Hey there.
All right, well, we shared a bountiful feast.
See you later.
What a feast, I'm so glad you could celebrate the spirit of Pilgrim's Bounty with us. Well, thank you. It was a
Safe
lot
travels.
of fun. Now we're going to go over here and pick up these dailies.
You need something?
She says potato. If you're interested in learning more about the traditional Pilgrim's Bounty feast, speak to any of the hostesses.
Safe travels.
My wife, Ellen, has enlisted my help in keeping the tables stocked, but she can't make up her mind. First I was baking pumpkin pie, but now she's changed her mind and she wants candied sweet potatoes. Well, I've already started on the pie, so maybe you can help me whip up those sweet potatoes. She'll be pleasantly surprised if we can get everything that she's asked for. If you're going to cook the sweet potatoes yourself, you'll have to buy them from Pilgrim's Bounty merchants in Darnassus. Thanks, Generic. All right, so he wants sweet potatoes.
See you around.
And she wants, hello, Ellen. Yeah, your husband wants me to make his food for him.
Good day to you.
All right.
See you later.
My husband Jasper was going to make more cranberry chutney, but it looks like he's busy trying to make sure there's enough candied sweet potatoes for all the guests. Would you be willing to help? If you're a cook, you can get the tangy wetlands cranberries that you'll need from Pilgrim's Bounty vendors outside of Ironforge. If you don't feel up to cooking, you could always ask someone else to make the chutney too. No, I'll make it.
Have a good one.
Once I get a high enough skill to do so. Alright, so here is Mr. Generic, and I think his classic cooking is at 1. So, I guess the first thing we need to do is make some spice bread. I think if I open up our cookbook and check out all these recipes, I think you can learn spice bread stuffing at cooking level 1. Yes, we can. So, we're going to make some spice bread, and that's going to be grand. We'll make 20 of them. And we'll start there. Look at that. And just like that, our cooking is now level 21. So we're going to make 20 of these spice bread stuffings. It's going to be awesome. I wish I could actually see my character when he's cooking, but you can't get rid of that. So we'll just put this on pause. Alright, it looks like I'm going to have to make a whole lot more spice bread stuffing just so that I can get my cooking level up enough so that we can learn how to make pumpkin pie, which is our next thing. We just have to get our cooking up to level 100 and we have hit level 50. We got a ways to go, folks. And we're almost there. A couple more. I had to go back and actually buy more spice bread because I made it up to level, I think, 80 something. Oh my gosh, please just give me that one more cooking point. There we go. Huzzah! Alright, let's turn this in.
Hey there. Have a good one.
We can always use more of that delicious spice bread stuffing. It's very popular. Well, here
See
you
you
go.
around.
Have some stuffing. Excellent. This is just what we needed. It's going to be a chore keeping all the tables stocked with fresh food, but it's well worth it. Is it?
See
Is
you
it
later.
now? Oh, pumpkin pie. That spice bread stuffing you made smells delicious. But no Pilgrim's Bounty feast is complete without a slice of pumpkin pie. It's another one of our favorite dishes here in Stormwind, since it uses ripe Elwyn pumpkins that only grow here. If you don't know how to make the pumpkin pie already, there's a recipe in your Bountiful cookbook. Would you mind cooking up a few slices and bringing them to Edward Winslow outside of Ironforge? He's bound to be running low by now. Alright, so make 5 slices of pumpkin pie.
See
Well,
you around.
good thing that is the next recipe that we are able to learn. There we go. We've learned pumpkin pie. Now we just have to cook some pumpkin pie. Look at that. And our next recipe, we need to get to 160. So I'm going to be cooking pumpkin pie for a while. I'll probably make the rest of this spice bread stuffing since I've got it here. And I can still get a little bit of experience from it. Not much, but a little bit. And then I'm going to be making pie for ages. It'll be fun. Alright, here we go. We are creating pumpkin pie now. Nom 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 nom. I'll see you at 160. Nice! We just made Journeyman Cook on our very first day cooking. I'm kind of impressed, and we are only 6, 5, 4. Wait, no. Now it's going to slow on down. But we're getting there. We'll be able to learn how to make cranberry chutney soon, which is good, because that is the recipe from the next area that we're going. So, let's mount up and head to Ironforge. Quick tram ride, and we will be in Ironforge, which will be a lot of fun. So speaking of fun, I actually had somebody ask me the other day if you can still get the white kitten in Stormwind, and you actually can. It's just little Timmy who sells the white kitten, which is a battle pet, if you didn't know. I'm sure you do. He's on, I think, a 4-hour respawn timer, and he only sells 1 kitten every 4 hours. So you kind of just have to know where he's pathing, and you'll do better finding him these days, I think. But he kind of runs, I think, past Stormwind Keep all the way over to the Cathedral District and down near the docks. And then he despawns if nobody buys his kitten. But he is still around. Speaking of things that are still around, this train had better get here soon. I'll see you guys in Ironforge. Alright, here we are in Ironforge. Well, just outside of Ironforge. And here we are at yet another grouping of bountiful tables. But before we do anything else, hello, Edward.
Can I help you?
More pumpkin pie? Just in time.
See you later.
The pumpkin pie's been a big hit up here. I've never seen a dwarf get so excited about anything made from a vegetable. Well,
For
there
the
you
lions.
go. Ooh. If you haven't tried cranberry chutney, you're in for a treat. It's made with the freshest, tangy wetlands cranberries. Just pick some up from the Pilgrim's Bounty vendor if you want to try your hand at making the chutney. The recipe should be in your bountiful cookbook. If you've got some extra time on your hands, would you mind making some of the chutney and bringing it down to Jasper Moore outside of Stormwind? I promised him that I would trade him some for the pie that you brought. Sure, I can do that.
Be careful.
First, I have to buy some more stuff and maybe sell off some of this spice bread. I've gotten a lot of spice bread. But we'll get some more honey, because we seem to be burning through the honey and the autumnal spices at a high rate of speed. And then we'll free up some bag space by selling off some of this pie. Not all of it, because I think we're going to need some. And you know what? You can have these penny pouches, because they sure aren't worth a whole heck of a lot. There we go. And yeah, let's see if we can't learn a recipe for some chutney here. Oh, and then I guess we have to buy some cranberries, don't we? There we go.
I supply only the finest goods.
We're gonna buy a whole boatload of cranberries because we're gonna need them to level our cooking up to 200.
See you around.
Which might take a hot minute. Before we do that, though, let's fortify ourselves with obviously some cranberries. At least we don't have to share them this time. But we do need to get the spirit of sharing at all of the major cities. And I lost count on how many servings of cranberry sauce I've had. I think that was 5. Felt like 5. It actually felt like 500. Poor Generic, he's not going to be able to walk after this. I can't walk after just eating turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy. I think I'm getting full. But I also think I should... Oh, I wonder if you actually can't gain the spirit of sharing at least, No, it looks like it's every hour. Oh well. Won't get that achievement with Mr. Generic.
Welcome.
At least not tonight. Can't get enough turkey.
Off with ya.
I've been cooking non-stop since before the start of the holiday, and I still can't keep up with the demand. I don't suppose I could persuade you to help with one of the dishes, could I? Turkey is hard to come by here, so if you could supply some slow roasted turkeys, it would be a big help. If you intend to prepare them yourself, you can hunt fresh wild turkeys anywhere in Elwyn Forest. You should be able to buy everything else you need from the Pilgrim's Bounty vendors. Alright, well, the turkeys are going to be fun, because you gotta hunt them yourself, and you can become the Turkinator, which is actually a lot of fun. Oh, and don't forget the stuffing. Oh, I have so much stuffing there, Katrin. Keeping these tables stocked can be overwhelming. I've got to make the cranberry chutney while keeping my eye on the sweet potatoes and making sure that the pies don't burn. I think I've got everything covered. Nope. Wait. I'm forgetting something. The stuffing. Oh no, there won't be time to get another batch of stuffing started before everything else is done. Would you be willing to help me out? It shouldn't take long to buy or make some stuffing, and you can buy the ingredients right here. Well, you know what? Luckily, I got some stuffing for you.
Watch your back.
There you go. Have some stuffing.
Off with you.
Oh, thank goodness. I wouldn't be able to serve the feast without the spice bread stuffing. Well, you know what? I need some pilgrim's attire, so I will totally take that.
Be good.
Very nice. We are totally putting that on. Oh, look at us. We look like a pilgrim now. Now we have the proper attire. So now it's just a question of making a boatload of cranberry chutney. We're at 161 cooking skill, and we need to make it to 200 so that we can learn our new recipe. So I'll see you in a little while. Alright. Actually turned out that I needed to get to 220 to learn to make candied sweet potatoes, but I did it. So now, it's on to Darnassus. So I decided before we head to Darnassus, we should probably turn in a couple of these cooking quests that we have and maybe do a little bit of turkey hunting. I'm not sure if Mr. Generic can get the title of the Turkinator, but he can definitely
You need something?
do a little turkey hunting
Have
here
a
in
good
Elwyn
one.
Forest. Were you able to get your hands on any cranberry chutney? I made you so much cranberry chutney.
See you around.
I would like some, well, I already know that. Already got, well, I actually do already have those. On another realm, though, so you know what? I guess we'll get a pilgrim's hat. We like hats. I mean, I'm already wearing it,
Safe
which
travels.
means I already have it, but that's okay. I'm not going to quibble.
What can I do for you?
And here's the cranberry
Safe
chutney.
travels.
Is that cranberry chutney I smell? It is.
Have a good one.
Finally, the cranberry chutney I was promised. You wouldn't believe how fast the celebrants go through the stuff here.
Safe
I
travels.
wouldn't. Uh-oh. They're ravenous in Darnassus. Thanks for bringing the cranberry chutney. There's so much cooking to do. I hardly have time to think of anything else, and on top of my responsibilities here, Isaac Allerton in Darnassus is out of almost everything. I don't suppose you'd be willing to step in and whip up some more spice bread stuffing and pumpkin pie? The vendor should have all the ingredients you need. You should be able to find him near the feasting tables by the entrance to Darnassus, just beyond the Warrior's Terrace. You want 5 spice bread stuffing and 5 pumpkin
See you
pies.
around.
I probably can do that, but I'm gonna need more stuff.
Looking for something specific?
I do need more pumpkins. Alright, let's buy 5 pumpkins and a bunch more honey. We're gonna get honey for days and spices for days because we still have to learn to make turkey. Alright, there we go. And we'll need enough of that to just make some more spice bread stuffing and a bunch more herbs. Huzzah.
See you later.
There we go. Alright, let's cook up this spice bread stuffing and the other stuff we need. And then we're doing some turkey hunting. Alright, we've got our pumpkin pie. We've got our spice bread stuffing, and now it's time to find some turkeys. Here, gobble, gobble, gobble. I can't even do that anymore. You'd think that I would be able to do that. Haha. Take that, foul beast. And we just need like 25 of those and we'll be good. So I'll be here for a while. We're doing pretty good turkey-wise. We've managed to get 21 of them. I think we need at least 25 or 30 of them, though, to make a worthwhile feast for all of the folks in Darnassus and Ironforge and everywhere else. Unfortunately, I think I might have denuded this area of turkeys, which is absolute... Oh, there's one. I just have to watch out for spiders, because I keep forgetting that Mr. Generic is not a max level character, which means he gets attacked by things like this mangy wolf, which is just terrible. Stop it! And spiders. Even worse. There we go. We're taking out this spider. I have faith in you, Mr. Generic. You can do it. There we go. Well, wasn't that exciting? All that for a stupid turkey. Yeah, you're a dog. Does not help that it's been a very long time since I've played Paladin. I was going to comment how much I absolutely love that the turkeys turn into roasted turkey right while you're actually doing things. But then I got attacked by another dog. Alright, but we only really need one more turkey. I'm sure I can find one more turkey and then we'll head to Darnassus. Who would have thought that hunting turkeys in Elwyn Forest could be so dangerous? So, I was going to tell you, and this is so much easier with a max level character, that if you can kill, I think it ends up being about 40 turkeys within about a 5 to 10 minute span, you can actually get the achievement Turkinator. It's a lot of fun, and about every 10 turkeys that you kill, you get this turkey thing that's like turkey aggression, turkey Armageddon, and it's a silly little thing, but if you break your flow of turkey killing, then it all resets, and then you're a very sad paladin, which is what happened to me several times. But we have 26 turkeys, which should be enough to finish up these dailies once we head to Darnassus. Alright, here we are, climbing the slope heading to Teldrassil, which I have to wonder, now that Amirdrassil has actually emerged from the dream, what do you think they're going to do? Are we just going to end up having yet another kind of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey zone like Teldrassil is now? Or is all of this going to fade and Amirdrassil will be our new home? That's a question I really would like to have the answer to. So if anybody knows if the WoW developers have actually said anything about that, drop it in the comments below, because that's something I have not heard yet, and I'm kind of curious about. Interesting. Alright. Hello, Isaac. I have stuff for you. Have you come to partake of the Pilgrim's Bounty Feast? No, because my spirit of sharing is still doing pretty good.
See you around.
Thanks for bringing everything. I was starting to get worried. While you're here, you should try your hand at making some candied sweet potatoes. Oh, I will.
Have a good one.
Candied sweet potatoes. While you're here, you might want to stock up on Teldrassil sweet potatoes. They're used to make the most delicious candied sweet potatoes that you've ever tasted. If you don't believe me, look up the recipe in your bountiful cookbook and give it a try. And if there are any extras, you might want to share them with Gregory Talbor at the feasting area just outside of Stormwind. They're one of his favorites. But to hear him tell it, everything's his favorite.
See you
Oh,
later.
that's a little shade there. I mean, if you say so. Let's buy some of these magical sweet potatoes. I think we have to make it up to 280. So we'll just buy a whole load of sweet potatoes, probably more than we actually need, and we will see what Mary Allerton has
Good
to
day
say.
to you.
Hello, Generic. If you're looking for cooking training, you've come to the right place. I usually get lots of new students when Pilgrim's Bounty rolls around.
See you later.
Isaac has been hard at work helping celebrants learn about the traditional Pilgrim's Bounty feast and how to make dishes out of all the ingredients we harvest at this time of year. I've been trying to keep the table stocked with as many of the dishes as I can, but we're running out of one of Isaac's favorites, pumpkin pie. Would you be able to get some for us? If you want to make the pies yourself, you'll need to buy ripe Elwyn pumpkins from the Pilgrim's Bounty vendor outside of Stormwind. Lucky for you,
Safe
I
travels.
happen to have some right here.
Have a good one.
Do I have the pies? I have the pies.
See you around.
These are perfect. Isaac and everyone will love them. And we're just going to get the Pilgrim's Bounty
See you
reward
later.
and open it up and see what's in it. What did we get? We got a turkey shooter and some herb-infused stuffing. That sounds delicious. And now it's time to cook. So let's make a bunch of candied sweet potatoes. We're getting close to 300 on cooking though, so I'm kind of impressed. We're just gonna make all of these and see what happens. Well, the first thing that happened was I just hit expert cook. That's not bad for somebody who just learned how to cook today. I'm kind of impressed with myself. Alright, I think we can now learn how to make some delicious slow roasted turkey, which honestly I could go for right about now. So let's see about making some of those too. And then I looked at it, and on my achievement bar, I actually did get the achievement progress for the Pilgrim's Paunch. So we're going to finish that off too, because we might as well. But first, on to cooking some turkey. Alright, we're just going to make all of these turkeys, just because we can. And we got the Now We're Cooking achievement. Huzzah! That's awesome. So I think our first question, can you totally max out classic cooking just by doing Pilgrim's Bounty? And the answer to that is no. You can get up to about 290, about 10 points away, but those last 10 points are definitely not attainable just with Pilgrim's Bounty. I think you have to go do a little bit of fishing and get some of those higher level recipes. But you can become an expert cook in just the span of a little bit more than the 30 minutes that this video has been running. So that's always good to know. And you can completely learn cooking from zero. So that's kind of exciting. But now, Generic here is hungry. He's been doing a lot of turkey hunting, and it is time to get the Pilgrim's Bounty buff from this here table. And with that, we can mark off the exit, or the Teldrassil. So I think we're going to make our way over to the Exodore and partake of the feasting over there. And then we'll head back to Stormwind, and I think that will probably answer our also question of how many levels can you get just doing the basic Pilgrim's Bounty quests, and I think that's about 1. So is this the best method for leveling? No. Is it a lot of fun? Yes. Are there a lot of other achievements that you can get for Pilgrim's Bounty? There are. Some of them involve dungeons. Some of them involve pelting every last rogue that you can see with turkey feathers, which is actually kind of hilariously fun. But none of those actually grant experience. I had a little bit of high hopes that this would help with the experience gain, but alas, it's not as good as Hallow's End. So we're going to finish up these last couple achievements, and then we're going to call it for the day. Alright, Generic. One last feast. I know you've got it in you. Also, there is another little mini achievement that you can get if there are other players at the table. By targeting the player and then doing the pass the food thing, just pelt somebody with turkey or anything that you've got in your hand until you get the achievement Food Fight. It's kind of fun. You actually have to bounce it off their head, but you know, if you target them and pelt them with enough food, one of the handfuls will hit their head, and that'll be awesome. And we're gonna finish this how we started, with pie. Generic's like, I am so full, I don't know if I can eat one more bite. Ah, you got it in you. There we go, we've done it. We have gotten the Pilgrim's Paunch. Huzzah! Now, we're going to turn in these last couple of quests, and then, like I said, we're going to call it for the day. Back home in Stormwind. Yay!
You need something?
Do you have those candied sweet potatoes? I
Have a
do,
good
my
one.
friend. And I will take another one of those Pilgrim's
See you
bounties.
later.
And we leveled up one level. So I guess that's the answer to that question. Doing the basic Pilgrim's Bounty quests, you can expect to get 1 level. Generic, it's good to see you again.
Be careful.
Ah, candied sweet potatoes. My favorite. Did Isaac tell you? He did.
Have a good one.
Oh, well, you just want 5 slow roasted turkeys?
For the Alliance.
Alright, I guess we're not quite done yet. We need 5 more slow roasted turkeys. I'll be right back. Alright, 6 turkeys later, because one happened to be standing next to a cut purse that jumped me. And I think this is our last quest. But you know what? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Also, it looks like we have to go all the way back to Ironforge to turn in this other one, so never say never. Don't count me out yet. Maybe we'll get another half a level? That would be kind of nice. Alright, slow roasted turkey. Here we go. Make a bunch more turkey, hand it over, and then back to Ironforge we head. Oh, look, there's actually people here. That's exciting. Where do I turn this in? Oh, we have to go all the way back to Darnassus for that one? Alright. Well, it's not over yet. Alright, back in Darnassus. Hey, Isaac,
Can I
got
help you?
some turkeys for you. What brings you back to Darnassus, Generic? Well, I got these turkeys.
See you around.
These are beautiful. And just in time to feed hungry feasters. Thank you, Generic. You have truly mastered all the courses of a traditional Pilgrim's Bounty meal.
Have a good one.
Yay! And we got a turkey collar. That's exciting. It mimics a turkey mating call. Well, that seems almost useless, but that's alright, I guess. One last thing to turn in, and that's an iron forge. And finally, our last achievement. I'm very excited. Like I said, if you do the dailies on this, you can maybe get a half a level a day.
How are ya?
Just by doing this. Is it the best method for leveling? No. But in conjunction with a lot of other things, it works out
Keep
well
your
enough.
feet on the ground.
Did you manage to find the turkeys? I found you so
Be
many
good.
turkeys. Just what I need. Thanks, Generic. You're a lifesaver. I'm a lifesaver
Watch your back.
who got the Pilgrim's Progress. Huzzah! Alright, well, this was a fun little experiment. I mean, I think we managed to do a lot of good things. We got a bunch of turkeys, and we answered our questions. How many levels can you get by doing just the basic Pilgrim's Bounty quests? 1.25. How much fun can you have? 10 million billion levels worth, obviously. And you can take yourself from a 1 in cooking all the way almost up to max level of classic cooking. So, important questions. Thank you so much for joining me. So from me and Mr. Generic, we will see you for Wintervale. Say goodbye, Generic. He's like, no, I want to get on a horse. And then I will say goodbye. Thank you.